You know, sometimes crafting the perfect episode of Distorted View takes a little longer than expected. That's because DV is slow-roasted stupidity, and you can't rush excellence. Today's episode needs just a little more time to simmer. And maybe I should add a few extra spices, too, because I listened back to a little bit of today's show, and good God, was it bland. And not tasteless in the way I like it. But that's okay. I can fix it. Maybe just add a little paprika, a little cum-in, a pinch of sassafras, and a couple porn clips where guys blow snot rockets on naked women and degrade them. Baby, that sounds like a tasty Friday episode of TV. Anyway, it will be served up to you new, piping hot later today. Right now, though, how about a best of episode of DV? This one is from 2014. Very funny, in my opinion. Take a listen, and then come back later today for a brand new episode of DV. Until then, enjoy this reheated, distorted view leftover. I think we're done with the food metaphor thing now. Hey freaks, it's Thursday, July 10th, 2014. Coming up on the program today, scraping the bottom of the reality television barrel. Plus, it's summer. Time to show off those smoking hot colostomy bag bodies. Hardcore tranny sex, and fucking her right in the pussy. Again. All of this plus your voicemails on a Sideshow exclusive Distorted View Daily. No, it ain't no Thursday.
Crystal meth loosens up your butthole.
I'm gonna lose my mind today.
Nobody's told anything about it. Fucking snatch weasels.
All right, everybody. Timothy James Henson back here with you for the Sideshow exclusive Thursday podcast. Have a great one for you. We start off with some sad news to report. It's actually not sad. It's disappointing. Just disappointing news. You may have heard about a young little girl who was basically cured of HIV. She had HIV when she was born. At least I think she did. She may have been taking a lot of pause loads out on the playground.
You want that pause load? Yeah?
Yeah.
You can convert that ass?
Then can we have a tea party and watch Frozen on DVD? Yeah, whatever you want, honey. I wish I could find a clip of a man and a woman having sex, and the woman's like, yeah, give me your pause load. Fill my cunt up with your sickness. But it's always just two guys having sex. Why aren't you girls into pause role-playing? What's wrong with you? Give it a shot. Back to what I was trying to say, though. This little girl had HIV. They pumped her with those antiretroviral drugs. And lo and behold, HIV went away. They could not find any traces of HIV in her little body. And so they took her off the drugs. And 2 years later, boom. She's got the AIDS again. No, she's got HIV again. But the doctors were still like, you know, that sucks for her. But it's still pretty cool because normally when people who have HIV are taken off the drugs, it'll reappear relatively quickly within 2 weeks. And that's when the HIV starts spreading again. This girl was able to last 2 years. So that's something. So that little girl, if you're listening, you should feel good about that. Sorry about the HIV reappearing. But the good thing is, little girls always have sweeter AIDS because they're made of sugar. And spices. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, I was reading about this drug. Apparently there's a drug, guy, I guess anyone can take it, women or guys. But if you take it every day, you don't get HIV. It's a high five blocker. You can have all the unprotected bareback, cum-drenched sex you want. Take as many pause loads up your hairy man cunt as you want. And you're protected. It's like 99% protection as long as you take it every day. The problem is with all of these AIDS drugs, I guess it wreaks havoc on your body. It's really hard on your liver and kidneys. But if you're a total fucking bareback jizz slut and you can't get enough of anonymous sex in bathhouses, you might want to look into that drug. And really, if you think about it, most prescription drugs do wreak havoc on your body. Have you ever seen commercials for fucking Abilify? The commercial itself telling you to take Abilify or ask your doctor about Abilify is about 10 seconds. The other 30 or 40 seconds is just all of the horrible things that could happen if you take Abilify. Don't believe me? I found the commercial on YouTube. Take a listen.
Abilify is not for everyone. Call your doctor if your depression worsens or you have unusual
So this isn't even the whole commercial. I'm playing you just like the side effect part, which is 40 seconds long.
Abilify is not for everyone. Call your doctor if your depression worsens or you have unusual changes in behavior. Or
All right, so this is an antidepressant, and one of the side effects is depression, like a deeper depression, okay?
if your depression worsens or you have unusual changes in behavior or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants can increase these in children, teens, and young adults. Elderly dementia patients taking Abilify have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have
Well, that's a plus. I wouldn't call that a side effect. I'd call that a feature.
Abilify have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have high fever, stiff muscles, and confusion to address a possible life-threatening condition.
Oh my
Or if
God.
you have uncontrollable muscle movements.
So if you're on Abilify, there's a possibility you might just start swinging at shit. Your legs might go flying up. You're just going to have constant muscle spasms. And to top it all off, it's a permanent situation. Even if you get off of Abilify, you're going to continue to have these muscle spasms for the rest of your life, furthering your depression, I'm guessing.
Life-threatening condition. Or if you have uncontrollable muscle movements, as these could become permanent. High blood sugar has been reported with Abilify and medicines like it. In some
Right now that your depression is cleared up, you've got diabetes.
as these could become permanent. High blood sugar has been reported with Abilify and medicines like it. In some cases, extreme high blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Other risks include decreases in white blood cells, which can be serious, dizziness upon standing, seizures, trouble swallowing, and impaired judgment or motor
You
skills.
won't even be able to swallow if you're on Abilify.
Adding Abilify has made a difference for me.
It ruined my life is what it's done. I'm practically a vegetable now. Someone's got to hold my tongue as I sleep so I don't accidentally swallow it. Never been in a better mood, though. Although I've got to take all sorts of new medication for my diabetes, my anti-seizure medication, my Parkinson's medication. All thanks to Abilify. Remember, a week or so ago on the show, we were talking about that drug Risperdal, and some law firm aired a commercial saying, if you are a parent of a child who has taken Risperdal or whatever, and he's started to grow breasts, you need to call us immediately. You may be entitled to a large sum of money because your kid is suffering from gynecomastia. This is the forming of female breast. That's what happens when you're on that drug. Well, that same law firm, the Goldwater law firm, is also suing Abilify.
Attention parents.
The drug Abilify has been linked to an increased risk of type 2 diabetes in children.
Weight gain, high blood sugar, increased thirst, extreme hunger, frequent urination.
If your child took Abilify and was then diagnosed with diabetes, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Could be worse. Your kid could be sprouting tits. By the way, I forgot to mention this, but today's episode of Distorted View Daily is brought to you by Ceretrax. I used to suffer from the occasional headache. You know the drill. Every month or two, there's that familiar pounding in your head. Is there anything more annoying in life than having to drop what you're doing, get into the cabinet, pull out the pills, close the cabinet, open the pills, get a glass of water, take 1, maybe 2 aspirins, and then wait for the headache to stop? I'm a busy woman. I don't want headaches interrupting my life. Ask your doctor about once-a-day Ceretrax. When taken consistently, Ceretrax eliminates 95% of mild headaches and Slurpee-related brain freezes. As with any drug, consult your physician because Ceretrax poses numerous side effects, many fatal. Users of Ceretrax have noted brain swelling, rupturing of the eyeballs, collapsed lungs, seeping bile out of your ear holes, immediate liver failure, shitting out vital organs in a tsunami of blood, organ calcification, and genital gangrene. These are all considered normal Ceretrax side effects. Discontinue use of Ceretrax if you notice any of the following: an unfamiliar birthmark in the shape of Steve Buscemi's face, a sudden appreciation for dubstep music, a growing appetite for human or animal fetuses, or the desire to dress up like a Nazi and act out Jewish rape scenarios. Never be caught off guard by another occasional mild headache again with once-a-day Ceretrax. Finally, a new sponsor here in Distorted View Daily. It's been a while. Listen, I've got a couple of local news clips I wanted to share with you. First up, news reporter gets a little tongue-tied here. Or her teleprompter was just repeating the same stuff over and over.
10 people died in the Bronx last night due to a fire that killed 10 people in the Bronx last night during a fire.
Maybe there just wasn't a lot of information about the fire yet, and she's just trying to take up some time. How many different ways can we say 10 people died in a fire last night in the Bronx during a fire last night, killing 10 people in the Bronx during a fire where 10 people died in the Bronx last night?
10 people died in the Bronx last night due to a fire that killed 10 people in the Bronx last night during a fire.
I think this is a new concept in local news for Alzheimer patients. Oh my God! I may have just stumbled upon a gold mine here. I'm currently looking for investors. I'm setting up a new cable channel just for people with Alzheimer's. I could save a fortune on programming. You just play the same thing over and over. And 10 dead in the Bronx after a fire last night. Where last night, 10 people died in the Bronx during a fire. Well, let's check the weather now with Trick Diamond and his AccuView magic map. Trick? Thank you very much, Blaine Freedom. Well, it's partly cloudy out there and a comfortable 71 degrees. Checking out the 5-day forecast today, partly cloudy. A comfortable 71 degrees. Today, 71 degrees. It's comfortable out there. Partly cloudy skies. And today, looking good out there with partly cloudy skies, but it's a comfortable 71 degrees. Today, cloudy. Partly cloudy. And it's 71 degrees. I would call it comfortable. One more local news clip for you. You know, fuck her right in the pussy has become a rallying cry for assholes nationwide.
3 victims were part of a CXS group.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
And now I've got another fuck her right in the pussy story. This one's a little bit different, though.
Caught off guard as hackers change a construction sign's electronic message and replace it with something much more obscene. Our Edward Lawrence is digging into the issue, and if there's a way to make sure it doesn't happen near you.
All right, so the story is there's a construction sign out on the highway. Someone hacked into it and changed the words to fuck her right in the pussy. That's the whole story. The local news, being as awful as they are, had to find a good angle. And it was, we're ruining our children with these words.
Careful. Sarah Carpenter wanted to do something special with her 11-year-old brother and 6-year-old son. Wednesday night,
their entire evening was ruined because a sign said fuck her right in the pussy.
She decided to go to the drive-in theater in Ruskin. Coming home down Boyett Road, she saw this construction sign near Bell Shoals Road. This is what it should say. Carpenter took this picture of what it did say.
Fuck her right in the pussy is what it says.
Wednesday night.
And we're driving, and I look over, and I have to do a double take. I'm like, what does that say?
The sight distracted her as she tried to merge into the open lane.
I hope you followed the sign's instructions. You know, this is a construction area. It's very dangerous if you don't follow the rules. I hope you fucked her right in the pussy. And proceeded with caution.
Her brother Matthew sat in the passenger seat of her car.
He's like, did that sign say what I think it says? And I have my 6-year-old in the back seat trying to sound it out.
Sure. None of that happened, by the way. The 6-year-old wasn't paying any attention. No 6-year-old reads construction signs. Unless he's a fucking retard. Unless he's like Rain Man. You know, like Rain Man watched Jeopardy. Like, he's all into Jeopardy and phone books and shit. If this kid is obsessed with road construction, then okay, maybe he was paying attention.
She quickly distracted Jaden and moved on. Hillsborough County contracted this road project. A spokesperson says the signs are not their responsibility and directed me here to Acme Barricades. No one for the company would go on camera, but a manager told me they have had vandalism problems on this project.
I've read all about hacking into these signs. It's very easy to do because it really is just like a little computer system. There's like keyboard, and you have to log in. But these fucking idiot companies never change the default passwords. And you can easily go online and see what the default password is.
He told me hackers get into the computer at the sign and change it.
Is it really hacking? That's a stretch. You're really just logging in using a password that is provided to you.
He added they have taken steps. Inside the control panel here, there's a keyboard. What the company did was change the password to the computer and take that keyboard away. Still, there is no lock on the access panel. With Jaden, Sarah worries about driving this way again.
Don't want to run into that one.
So if you're thinking about hacking into the construction sign computer, bring your own keyboard, because it might not be available to you.
He can't actually read?
In Hillsborough County, Edward Lawrence, ABC.
Whatever. Okay, thank you, local news. What a service they're providing. Speaking of television, I've got a clip here of a new reality show. Do you guys remember? It must have been in like the early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s, where people actually started complaining, revolting against reality television shows, specifically like tasteless ones. I remember one that was supposed to air on ABC in like the mid 2000s called Welcome to the Neighborhood. And it was canceled before even airing a single episode. The promos, the commercials pissed enough people off. So the idea behind it was there was a conservative white neighborhood, right? That's where it took place. And then neighbors of different races and like sexual orientation would come in there and just start stirring shit up, getting all the whites riled up. There's like a black couple and a Hispanic couple. I think it took place in Texas. I'm not sure exactly where. And then like a woman who was a witch, and then a gay couple wanting to adopt a black kid and shit. It was bananas. But it never did air. Nowadays, though, anything goes. Want proof? How about the television show Married at First Sight? It's a new reality competition where you don't get to see the person you're marrying until your wedding. That's when you meet. You meet at your wedding. All right, let's play the promo here. See what this is all about.
It's the morning of my wedding.
Man, I'm going to be at the altar.
It's the big day.
There's no turning back.
And they've never met.
Hello, nice to meet you, husband.
I know nothing about her.
Are you serious?
Can the professionals?
What do you want in your partner?
Is sex important?
What kind of question is that? What guy would say no? Not at all. You know what? Go ahead. Give her a nice, sloppy, stinky pussy. Not going to need that.
Arrange happily ever after?
This is a one-time deal.
This is a big risk, but with great risk sometimes comes great reward.
And now, a sneak peek of Married at First Sight.
I've been single for 8 or 9 months.
Probably for the last 2 years.
So these are people who can't get dates. Okay, now I understand.
I have 6 years. Being single is lonely.
So these are fucking hot messes. And they're like, oh my, I don't have to do any work and I can snag myself a man? He will be contractually obligated to fuck me. This is great.
To be honest, right? I mean, it's who are you going to share everyday adventures with?
I've had a lot of shaky relationships I thought that were going to go the whole route and they didn't.
Grab someone off the goddamn subway and go shopping with them. It's the same idea. It's just a random stranger.
Experiment might be the antidote to a chaotic dating system that really is tiring people out.
This is a sociologist speaking. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. Blindfolding people and pushing them into a room where they're going to get married before meeting. Yeah, this could work. This might be what we need as a culture.
Whole route and they didn't.
This experiment might be the antidote to a chaotic dating system that really is tiring people out.
I really am at a place in my life where I'm ready to meet somebody.
We're arranging marriages based on what someone wants and needs.
So we've got sociologists, there's sexologists there, there are all these professionals who are like gonna match you up with someone they think is right for you.
Set you up with a scientific match. And the ultimate goal is if that match is found, I'm gonna get married.
I would trust the results of OkCupid's algorithm more than this. And bonus, I don't have to fucking meet or marry the person OkCupid's trying to hook me up with. You know what I mean? I can choose myself. But I guess I won't be on TV then.
What? Without seeing the person? Without seeing the person, right.
This is an amazing opportunity to bring people together who want commitment, who are serious about it.
Couples have to actually work at their relationship. There isn't an easy way out.
Thank God everyone featured on this show is beautiful.
First sight isn't just a trick, it's a very serious experiment.
I can't create my happiness completely on my own.
Finding somebody's real
That's why you need Abilify. Medication will help you right out.
match for marriage.
Assuming you don't kill yourself first when you're on it.
Take that so seriously.
It's kind of crazy, but I think this might be kind of cool.
We believe that we've found you a match.
It's so crazy.
This is really going to happen. This is really going to go through.
This is on the FYI network, which I've never heard of before in my life.
Let's do this.
Oh, man.
Married at First Sight premieres Tuesday, July 8th at 9.
Oh, we just missed it.
On your styling, tasting, designing, personality, loving life network. FYI.
What the fuck does that mean? That tells me absolutely nothing about the programming. I have no idea what the FYI network is all about, but I know it airs this bullshit. All right, one more clip, and then we'll get into the news. A listener sent in this clip, and unfortunately I don't have his name in front of me. He probably wouldn't want me to reveal his name because it's a clip of a tranny getting fucked.
My name's Juliet Stray. A dirty little...
Julie Ashtray?
Plastic Barbie doll. I'm here to get my ass fucked and hopefully my face fucked really hard, too.
Now, she definitely has that sound of, like, a guy doing a woman's voice, but it's a pretty good woman's voice.
Maybe eat some cum, wear it on my titties, and maybe wear it out into the...
I guess it's not that great of a woman's voice.
Lobby. Sort of fun.
Now, my theory is, when you're a tranny and you're getting fucked really hard, you drop that female voice. You can't help but go a little bit lower. You know what I mean? Yeah! Fuck my tight cunt! You know what I mean? Like, you lose that. You just forget to use that voice.
What else about me?
No one cares. Let's get to the fucking. Now, obviously, she's gonna get fucked in the ass. You know, she doesn't have a pussy. She's still got her balls and her cock. So she's got to feel it, because this guy's dick is absolutely huge. So if she's going to make some male grunting noises, it's going to be because of this dick.
Shit! Oh, shit! Fuck! Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck. Yes.
He's spitting on that little asshole. Here it goes back in. She kind of lost it there, right? When she said shit. Ready? Right here.
Oh, shit.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm hoping she loses it again. Come on. Fuck her hard. Fuck her right in the pussy. Or pussy equivalent. She's being very feminine right here.
Oh, shit. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, my God.
She's doing a good job. She gets her tranny card.
Oh, God, you're gonna break my fucking ass. Oh, shit.
You know, trannies, I don't know, what were you supposed to call them? Transsexuals, whatever. Trans people. They're always very concerned about being passable, right? Well, this is a surefire way to determine that. If you can get fucked in your ass by a huge 11-inch girthy dick, if you could just get pounded hard up the ass like that without making any male sounds or grunts, then you get a pass. You get a green stamp on your tranny card or something. I don't know. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. Thank you guys so much for being Sideshow members. Really do appreciate it. Can't stress it enough. If you'd like to upgrade your account to a lifetime one, just email me, show@distortedview.com. I'd be happy to help you get everything all set up there. And knock $50 off the lifetime price, so you'll pay only $250. Don't forget, we've got a bunch of stuff in the Distorted View store, distortedview.com/store, and of course, donations are always gladly accepted. All right, 3 quick stories, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up, a viral bikini photo of a woman with Crohn's disease inspires others to bear their colostomy bags. No, This should not be a trend that's happening. I was raised right in believing you should be ashamed of your body. Unless you have a rockin' bod, cover that shit up. And if you do have a rockin' bod, but something's wrong with it, like a disfigurement or a goddamn hole in your stomach that you shit out of, you're going to want to cover that shit up too. If for no other reason, because you're grossing people out on the beach. All right. Women across the globe who depend on colostomy bags are proudly bearing their bellies in bikini selfies thanks to an aspiring model who gave them the courage to do so. Bethany Townsend, 23, became a viral sensation when she posted a picture of herself on Facebook last month in a revealing two-piece that accentuated both her good looks and her colostomy bag. Townsend has had Crohn's disease since she was 3 years old, and after her bowels burst in 2010, her asshole exploded. No? Well, something close to her asshole. She was fitted for colostomy bags, a device through which her stool collects. The makeup artist thought she had to relinquish her modeling dreams after having surgery, but after her image spread like wildfire, it has nearly 250,000 likes on Facebook. She reconsidered her options, and so are many other people who live with similar conditions to Townsend's. The world first caught wind of Townsend's photo when she submitted it to Crohn's and Colitis UK, an organization that works to improve the quality of life for people with inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD. Not everyone should be out and proud. The group posted to its Facebook page, and from there, other people with IBD started sharing their images too, which in turn has helped spread the hashtag #GetYourBellyOut, a movement that aims to raise IBD awareness. I do see a money-making opportunity for us. First up, we should collect all of these photos of people showing off their colostomy bags and put them all on one website, because that's got to be a fetish, right? Colostomy bag fetish. And also, colostomy bags are not that attractive. And up until now, they didn't have to be attractive looking because they were hidden underneath clothes and stuff. But now people are showing them off. It's time to get some designer colostomy bags. Might be a great way to advertise Distorted View Daily. Get some DV colostomy bags. The Advocate isn't just inspiring people to share images. She's also moving people with IBD to spread the details of their struggles and triumphs, allowing for a more open dialogue and education about the condition. Like, what kind of struggles do they have? Like, if their bag is too full and it explodes or starts leaking? I would like to hear those stories. Is there a subreddit I can subscribe to? Just full of colostomy bag horror stories. Quote, "For years, I never wanted to tell anyone about my illness, and thinking about it whilst writing this, I suppose I was worried what people would think of me once they found out," said one woman, Charlotte Lilly. She tweeted that Townsend had motivated her to finally reveal on Facebook her years of diagnoses, and how IBD has affected her friendship and ability to work. Townsend has been blown away by the overwhelming response to her vacation photos and hopes it'll continue to make people like her begin to feel comfortable in their skin. So, great. Those people feel great. We're all grossed out. Second story we have for you today. This one comes from Virginia. Cops want to photograph a teen's erect penis. All right, finally. Something I can get behind here. Or in front of. Bent over. Virginia police have obtained a search warrant to photograph the erect penis of a 17-year-old facing felony child porn charges for sexting an explicit video to his 15-year-old girlfriend. All right, this is craziness. The kid is only 17. There's a 2-year difference. He's not even technically an adult. I would even be okay if it was a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old, like sexting like a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old. Okay, then I can understand, for whatever reason, they need to compare cock sizes. They need to match the perp's penis. But for a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old, come the fuck on. If he doesn't cooperate, the Manassas City Police Department has threatened to take him to a hospital and medically induce an erection. This is from USA Today. This is not like The Onion or anything. All right, so they're going to medically induce an erection with an injection, according to attorney Jessica Harbison Foster said. Police already photographed the teen's genitals against his will when he was arrested, but unfortunately he was a little shriveled up. Couldn't get a good comparison of the sexting photo and his real penis because it was all tiny. He was scared. Little turtle. It's getting sucked back up in the pubic puff. The boy is due back in juvie court in Prince William County next Tuesday. Wednesday night, Manassas County authorities, who previously have had no comment, defended the filing of child pornography charges and addressed the search warrant. Quote, "It's not the policy of the city police or the Commonwealth Attorney's Office to authorize invasive search procedures of suspects in cases of this nature, and no such procedures have been conducted in this case. The teen was charged with manufacturing and distributing child porn after his girlfriend's mom called police. He allegedly sent the girl pornographic videos after being repeatedly told to stop. Foster said the boy sent the video after she sent him photos of herself. Well, what kind of photos were they? Were they nudes? The girl has not been charged. Officer seized the boy's iPhone and iPad. Shout out to Apple. There's no such thing as bad press. All right, so they seized the iPhone and iPad when they arrested him. He told his aunt he tried to refuse to have police take photos of his genitals, but was told that if he didn't cooperate, they would do it by force. "I will jerk your cock off, get you nice and hard, and snap photos." That's creepier than anything this kid did to the 15-year-old girl. All right, late last week, a Northern Virginia magistrate approved a new search warrant seeking more photographs of the boy's genitals to compare with other evidence. The boy's court-appointed guardian said Manassas City Police want to prosecute alleged child porn by making their own child porn. The irony is incredible. Final story we have for you today. Are you a fan of ventriloquism? No, of course you aren't, but I may have discovered an act that'll change your mind. Veronica Chaos is a ventriloquist. For the past year or so, the 26-year-old former stripper has been doing online ventriloquism shows that climax with her having sex with a dummy. Her dummy named Slappy. Okay, interesting angle here. He's a bad cop and I'm a good cop. He's the misogynist and I'm the battered wife. That's how she describes their dynamic. The idea is I put up with him because I love him so much. There's a bunch of photos. I gotta post one of these, make it the album artwork or something. Found this on Huffington Post, by the way. The sex shows are designed to be slightly creepy. Mission accomplished. You add a wooden dummy to any scenario, it instantly becomes creepy. These shows usually involve scenarios with Slappy in the role of Willy Wonka, while Chaos, the woman, is an Oompa Loompa, or Slappy as Sherlock Holmes to Chaos's Dr. Watson. Sometimes we'll do a Freaky Friday thing where we switch bodies, she said. I dress him up like me, and I dress like him. Chaos, who only gives her address as somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, Portland, it's gotta be Portland, does her kinky ventriloquism shows 3 times a week online. The idea of combining ventriloquism with sex came in a moment of desperation when she realized she needed a gimmick to stick out in the crowded online sex show market. There were only 10 to 20 people in my room. You know, she's a fucking cam whore. At any given time, I found my site ranking falling every day. It was time for something new. One day when Chaos was looking at YouTube videos, she saw a ventriloquist and inspiration struck. Honestly, I was just really lonely and wanted someone to talk to. At first, she didn't have sex with the puppet, but eventually she crossed that line and she started to attach sex toys to various parts of Slappy. She even had a customized harness created that could hold a sex toy around her dummy's pretend pelvis. Next week, she's coming to Ohio. She's only going to be an hour or so away from me. Hour and a half. She's going to be in Cincinnati, Ohio, to attend the annual Vent Haven Convention, the world's largest event for ventriloquists. Oh my God, I've got to somehow get down there. Can I get a press pass for this fucking thing? She says, I've never actually met another ventriloquist, and I don't want them to look at me as the woman who ruined ventriloquism. I actually have a clip here of one of her routines. This is from YouTube, so it's just them singing. There's no sex involved. It's always an old-timey song with ventriloquists.
Heaven, I'm in heaven. And I hardly saw that I can hardly see. And I seem to find the happiness.
That's the dummy singing, by the way.
I see. I know you're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I can see her mouth moving, for the record.
Heaven, I'm in heaven.
Oh, I'd rather hear the dummy.
And the cares that hung around me through the week.
All right, let me fast forward to Slappy's next part here.
I love to go out fishing.
That sounds retarded. I love to go swimming.
In a river or a creek. but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek.
Nothing thrills me as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Hey, I could do it pretty good. I should get a dummy. I am a dummy. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your distorted news. Because nothing works better on the radio than ventriloquism, right? That, my friends, is your distorted news for Thursday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of y'all. Just a few short voicemails today. If you haven't called into the voicemail line, I expect you to. Your Sideshow freaks. Participate. 206-666-4463. Yes, caller, what do you have to say to me today?
Hey, Tim, this
Hello.
is a blind monkey calling.
Hello.
In honor of crazy Ann Coulter soccer article you read about last week, could you please read the Success Tuesday Coulter story? Because it's hilarious.
Yeah, there were 2 Ann Coulter sex stories, I believe. There may have been 3, but next time I do a Best of Sextastic Tuesday, I can definitely replay that. I've got to take a shit so bad, so we're going to cut this segment short. I went to that goddamn Charlie... Did you guys have Charlie's steak? Grilled steak, I don't know what it's called. Charlie's Philly cheesesteak. It's like a chain, right? They changed everything around. Like, everyone wants to be Chipotle. Or, how do people say it? Chipotle. Fucking retards. They don't know the placement of the P's and the L's and the T's. Chitopolt. If you can't pronounce a restaurant, you shouldn't be allowed to eat there. It's a new rule. As soon as I get elected into Congress... and I'm going to make that a law. All right, so this place that just sells fucking Philly cheesesteaks. It's the simplest goddamn thing, right? Now they got to compete with Chipotle, and they've just faggoted the whole procedure up. You got to go in line. You got to tell them what you want. You can get a normal Philly cheesesteak, meaning with bread, or you can get a burrito, or you can get a bowl. And then you got to step down and you tell them what sort of fresh ingredients you want, like vegetables, and then you got to tell them what sort of cheese. I mean, it's a whole thing. Here in Columbus, we have something called piata. I don't know if that's spread around yet, but they're kind of growing quickly. And they're taking the idea of Italian food and turning it into fucking burritos. It's pasta and a burrito. It's crazy. It's insanity. Anyways, I think that gave me the shits today. Feeling very uncomfortable. I hope my bowels don't burst.
And I know we haven't heard it in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible that somebody would actually write fan fiction about it, but you know. And then it was a long time ago, I don't know why you're obsessed with this. More things about how a blind person wipes or shits or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think we covered it.
Oh, did we?
That's why I'm confused.
Do you smell the toilet paper?
A little bit here. I mean, you know, you just sort of know.
No, you don't know.
Start wiping.
I don't know unless I look.
You can feel it.
No.
Stuck to the paper.
I've got news for you, friend. You've got a shitty asshole and you don't even know it.
Timothy Thames Jensen. By the way, do you notice that I don't say your name right when I say it that way? Timothy Thames Jensen?
I do.
Anyway.
I just don't want to comment on it because it's retarded.
It's Infant Massage here. And wanted to suggest that you look at Nobody Likes Onions.
What?
Exclusive club, The Overdose. Because Patrick generates an exclusive, individualized RSS feed based on your login information.
That's what I do.
And I just wondered if maybe that would be a way to solve all the problems with going through apps and all that, because basically my code, my RSS feed is just mine, and when I don't pay my Overdose fee,
how does that
cuts
work?
it off. So no password, no login through an app or podcast catcher or anything like that. Check it out.
I mean, I don't understand the difference. I guess it's like it's not a protected. It's got to be protected. I don't understand. Whatever. I'm not changing anything.
Hi, Tim. It's Member Sweet Pea here. About a month ago, I called and I sang some Adele song for you in my impression of a deaf and or retarded person.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
You said that if I sent you an actual recording of it, that you'd play it longer or whatever. So
sure.
What I was wondering is, what song would you like me to sing? just let me know. I'll probably call and say happy birthday anyway. But besides that, I thought, why don't you pick something for me to sing? Thank you, and enjoying the sideshow as I have been for a long time.
Good girl.
Have a good day or whatever. Jiggle.
All right, jiggle. As for a song that you can sing, how about Kiss from a Rose, Seal, or maybe something a little more current, Happy by Pharrell, that new song by Britney Spears, Alien or Aliens. That would be great because I could compare your song sounding like a deaf person singing it, and I can compare that to Britney Spears' version, the one that she doesn't use auto-tune and it sounds all fucked up, and see which one sounds better. Or that song that's always on the radio, Pompeii, that would be a good one to sing too. There's a few little options for you. That's all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. God, is it God? Spread the distortion. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Thank you so much for being Sideshow members. See you back on Friday, tomorrow, for another episode. Oh, yeah, we do this every day. I forgot. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
I'm talking to you, you redneck faggot.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.